when our people had a way and an order of passing and the ceremony, if you will, that goes along with that. And to me, that's probably the most important ceremony of all of our Osage doings is this last ceremony, this funeral. And we have people who know how to do that. We go to them. And it might be within a family, might be within another family, but it's more or less in-house here. We keep it in-house.
Nika shika apa, katsi owaka pion apai.
The funerals that we have today are not full rites. They are an adaptation to accommodate the times that we're in now. In the early 60s, there was 4 ladies, Lily Cunningham, Minnie Harvey, Julia Whitehorn, and Lizzie Baconrine, had a dinner at Aunt Lily's house, called my dad. They said, we want you to come, we fixed the dinner, we want you to come and eat. We want to ask you something. So Dad goes over there, they feed him, and they talk to him. But they said one thing. They said, our children, and they were talking about all of our people's children, said, they're not going in the Native American church like they did in our day. And they said, that's good. There's nothing wrong with it. But they're Osages. And when they die, they want Osage rights. But they don't go in the Native American church, and they can't get full rights. So they said, they asked my dad, what do you think of this? That for the Osage of today and tomorrow, that may not be going to the Native American church, and their funerals using only blanket, feather, cedar, and food. That was a big question, because all they knew up until that time period was full rights. And they said, we want you to think about it, talk about it, and let us know if that would be doable. So he did. He took it to Henry Lookout, took it to Leroy Logan, took it to these people, these Osages, took it to them and said, what do you think? They said, okay. So they said, okay, we'll go along with it and see how that works. So that's where that started, using those 4 things that we use today, and see how that was taken, how it was accepted, and how it worked, and it has. It has. So that's what our funerals are today.
Achin, juda moshon, chonse, onombre.
Our people had, if they wanted to be buried that way, Indian way, they had to have been in it. So when they brought that way to us, not everybody went that way. And they found different churches. They found Baptists, they found Christian, they found, Protestants and Catholics, and a lot of people went different ways. They encouraged that. They said you have to have something that connected you with God. They always liked that. My brother went Catholic, one of them went Catholic, the other one went Indian way. And then my grandmother, she went what they call Assembly of God Church. She was really strong in that, but she used to go the other way, like Indian way. But they encouraged, find something that would connect you with that. The belief in God meant a lot to them.
Our people always have them at the graveside by noon. And they do that because they believe that the sun is straight up at the noon hour. And they believe that the heavens were completely open during that time, and that their loved ones and their spirit would go on during that time. Other tribes do it different, but that's the way Osages do it.
Wahzhazhe anika shika akai. Wahzhazhe onkan kila de pe. Wahzhazhe shon akai. Onkala pita. Wahzhazhe anika shika tan akai.
I was asked a question one time. They said, "Why do you do this?" And I said, "It's an identity." I said, when you bury a soldier, you dress him up and you have all the military ceremony. You put a flag over him. Well, Osage is the same way. They want to be buried as an Osage, so it's an identity of that we are Osage. We lived Osage and we are Osage, and we're going home as an Osage.
Hey, goes go hey, hey, ya, hey, ya, 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 ya.